Okay, so it's a little late, but here are the WPF A Division Power Rankings for Season 5. I'm Keith, one of the coaches, and with me today is YoPierre.
Hey, what's up, guys? I am your A Division moderator this season.
Are you a coach in A Division?
I am not. I'm in B Division this year.
That's
I
sad.
I got demoted, but let's keep that on the DL for this video.
I'll edit it out. It's fine. Okay, I'll
Thank
edit
you.
it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so these were power rankings. Essentially, me and two other A Division coaches, Lunatic and Paradoof, sort of decided these power rankings, and uh, yeah. So that's basically how we based them. We just sort of averaged each other's scores out, but we actually had very similar scores. I think we had basically the same top four and bottom five, and
Yeah.
yeah, you disagree with it all, UPA.
Just a few of them. But since you guys were all so close together, what we're gonna do is we're gonna let Keith kind of go through the rankings and explain why they're in certain spots, and then I'll kind of chime in with my thoughts after.
Yeah. So we'll start with the lowest one, number 18. The
Sounds good.
18's the Feyenoord for alligators. I don't know how to spell that name. I don't not pronounce that name. Feyenoord.
I think it's Feyenoord.
I don't know.
It's
Um.
Dutch.
Oh. Okay. Um. I don't know why I said it like that, but okay. So.
You're fine.
Oh, I hate them. There are two people I hate in this world: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch.
Oh man. Wait, is that from a movie? I feel like that's from a
Yeah,
movie.
that's Austin Powers 3.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Great quote.
Yeah. So this team, uh, I mean, positive wise, I think it's actually a pretty good trick room team. It's got Reuniclus and I think Gurgeist.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're two
Yes.
really good trick room setters, and it's got you know more wile in trick room. That's terrifying, and
That
it
is terrifying.
gets around its big problem. Um,
I actually didn't know Gorgeist got Trick Room. Does it really?
Actually, I'm gonna double check that.
I'm looking that up right now
Yeah,
too.
do it.
One thing to note though is he does have Torn
Yeah.
T. I don't know if you saw the Hall of Fame today. Torn T is actually the joint most champion of all
Oh,
the leagues.
that's
He's
neat.
got four.
And
So if you pick Torn, you
Torn
got a chance to
also
win.
got Nasty Plot, so it can break through things.
Yep.
But I think the big
It
problem.
does get Trick Room. Oh
Yeah,
my
there you go.
god.
I think the big problem with this team is he's got Torn, and then his next fastest Pokemon is Blaziken.
Very true.
That's really bad.
Yeah,
um,
he's almost like got like a Volt Turner, pivot Mon with Torn, and then he's gonna run Trick Room the whole time.
yeah, that's really predictable. And Trick Room is something that I don't think you can rely on. Like you bring every now and then, but if it's something it's if you're using it as a crutch, people will just bring like Iron Ball to all their games. Um, and that's really bad. He's also got sort of not the best hazards. I think he only has
He's
Stealth
got
Rock.
he's got Empoleon, the Goat Hazard Setter.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. But he's only got Stealth Rock and he's got Chansey and Empoleon, and those are two pretty good hazard setters. But
correct.
no
Yep.
spikes. I think Venomoth has toxic spikes, maybe.
I
Um,
don't know,
uh, you
and
know,
I think his only defog is Empoleon and Torn,
yeah, and
right?
that's yeah.
Okay.
Uh, which sort of hurts. Um, I think he was essentially for. I think he was universally last or like second last or something. Just because all of us didn't like that he doesn't actually have some really important offensive types. He's really slow. I like the regen core of Reuniclus and Torn though, but
Yeah, that did wonders with me a few seasons ago. I love that. You're right. He's going to be relying on Chansey a lot to take hits,
yeah, and
which
I think
you just bring
Guzzlord.
knockoff.
Yeah, Guzzlord is probably the best tier 5. I will admit, I do like it on this team. I mean, I don't like it, I hate it, but I do like it sort of how it works. But
Knew what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, well, I originally drafted Guzzlord, but I hated it so much I traded it away. I don't like Ultra Beast, man. But I don't know. This is also yeah. So he's going to basically be relying on Ditto and Torn T for a lot of speed, and that's just something that's going to lead to problems.
I guess he does a Ditto. Yeah,
Yeah,
he could just kind of wait for his opponent to kind of set up or
but
bring a good mon and just copy it.
honestly, I
Interesting.
prefer just getting like a fast Mon from that tier, like getting Lycanroc midday or something from that tier
Yeah,
fast.
or Noivern or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something that's actually fast, not something that requires your opponent to bring it. But yeah, there's good stuff here. Like I don't think this is like a completely hopeless team. Like I don't think any of the teams are
No.
completely hopeless. I think this is actually like a really, apart from like the top and the bottom, like the middle is really really close
Tight.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
hmm
Anyway, so number 17 is the
Yeah. Let's go on.
Chicago Bewares with Insanity Fang.
Yep.
Positives Zera Aura and Mega Altaria. I really like that
Yes.
core.
Yeah. I agree. Zeraora got a lot of buffs this season. Playoff's going to be huge, I think, for its coverage options.
Yeah. Um. And it's very yeah. Uh. Um. This is a cut move. This is a cut league.
Yeah.
So Altaria is allowed return. Um.
hmm
Which it's a big buff to body slam.
Agreed.
Let me find my notes on this. There we go.
No,
So
you're fine. Yeah, I'm reading the Lunatics too. Just to see what he kind of said.
yeah.
He
Uh.
kind of downplays Rillaboom a little bit. Doesn't
Yeah.
think terrain's very
Well,
useful.
I think I agree with him because outside of Zera Aura, I don't think he actually has many ground weaknesses. Like, what's he?
You're right. Just Bronzong if he's heat proof, I think.
Yeah. Um. Like he's got webs and those are cool, but his only removal really is Rotom Wash and Mega Altaria, and I don't know if you want defog on Mega Altaria.
Yeah, usually not.
Yeah, so it's going to be relying a lot on Rotom W. There's no Rapid Spin, which makes Roselia a little worse in terms of its spikes, although I do think Roselia is a really good tier 5.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. Lunatic mentions the webs from Rabombi.
yeah, that's good.
He likes the solid hazards with Crook and Zong as well.
Yeah, that's nice. Um, there's also a huge speed gap between 124 and 92. I'm a big speed gap guy, but like I think with so
Really?
many Pokemon with like I'm a big sort of speed tier guy. I like
Yeah, you try to have like
yeah,
guys like every 10
yeah,
tiers or whatever.
yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of Pokemon from base 100 to base 115 speeds, and those things are just going to have a field day with this being with this sort of team. Like no,
Speed gap.
yeah, with the speed gap, it's just they're going to invest in like modest. They're going to invest in a lot of bulk. It's going to be it's just going to be nice for them. And that's a bit of an issue. I think. I guess Webs helps with that, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, yeah. Now that I'm reading your stuff and listening to you, he might have to run like Scarf Rotom and Scarf Croak a
yeah.
lot.
And I think Scarf Rotom is really important for his defensive core too. So I don't know if he actually wants to run Scarf Rotom all the time.
Right.
Um, yeah. So which is why he's 17.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. Do you have any more points?
Nope, that was kind of it. You guys touched on everything, so.
Yeah. Number 16 was the Elon Duskmanes. I had to
Yep.
source this. I had to find this.
I love that picture.
Yeah, I love it too. It didn't have a logo, and I just googled Elon Dusk, and I found this. So why just? Oh
That's
god, I
great.
messed up. This isn't supposed to be that. Okay, whatever. This is
Oh,
supposed to
Mega
be
Mawil's not
Dian.
on this team.
Yeah, this is supposed to be Mega Diancie. Whatever.
Okay, that's fine.
This is a team you really liked, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love the offense, dude. Honestly, I love the offense. So
Yeah.
he's got, if you don't mind, I'll go first.
Yeah.
He's
Go
got
ahead.
Swampert, Uxie, Fair Seed, he probably won't bring a whole lot, but Wheezing, just to kind of set hazards, whether it be Toxic Spikes or Stealth Rock, and kind of pivot around. Uxie gets U-turn, obviously, and chip the other team down, and then he can bring in Thundy, he can bring in Darm, he can
Yeah.
bring in Cinderace, he can bring in Mega Deontay to clean. Based on the matchup, you know what I mean? All four of those mons kind of cover
And
different weaknesses.
I do like that with those 4 bonds. they have some sort of they do have some other tricks to them. Cinderace's Court Change and Taunt. Um, it also has
Yeah,
Magic Bounce with Mega Deontay. Um, it's got some setup with a Thunderous T. I think that's it.
correct.
So it's got
Yeah,
some flexibility to that offense, but I just think he dies to hazards. He's got three of those Pokemon. His three Volta, his three sort of pivots are all weak to spikes, and sorry, Stealth
yep,
Rock, and I think they're also all weak to spikes except for Taunty, not Taunty, Thunderous T.
or Thundy.
Yeah,
Yep,
and his hazard control is Decidueye and Thunderous with Defog, Court Change with Cinderace, and Magic Bounce with Deontay. But you need to Mega that first, so it's not the most reliable. So I think he's
right.
actually going to struggle with just hazard stacking.
It'll be interesting to see how people play against him because I think he's trying to deter people from bringing hazards with Cinderace and
Yeah.
Deontay. But if you can get him up, you're right. His team's gonna really
Also,
struggle.
all of his balls don't actually have reliable recovery. I think the only recovery he has on this entire team is Roost Decidueye, and then you're relying on
Yeah,
like Wheezing using Pain Split, and then rest. That's it.
or or Healing Wish Uxie if you're trying
Yeah,
to get
yeah, that
two
too.
uses out of a hitter or something.
Yeah, but that's a one-time thing, and it
Yeah,
also
no,
destroys your
true, true.
defensive backbone. So it's just something that sort of I think it just sort of hurts him a lot, and I think he's kind of weak to fire. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
it could be. I guess Deontay and Swampert, he's probably gonna bring a lot though.
yeah. That wait, he is Swampert.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have Swampert. There you go. Yeah, that's true. Um, and I also do not like double on this team. I don't like double in general.
Yeah, it was probably just a random
I
tier
think,
five pick.
yeah, I think his Ghosts matchup is really bad, and I get it. Double is immune to Ghosts, but it doesn't actually touch them. It doesn't do
Mm-mm.
anything in return to Ghosts. Like Ghosts do not care if Double comes in, because what's Double hitting it with? Payback. By the way, that's its move to hit Ghosts. Payback.
Interesting. The only thing that Lunatic's saying is a good fighting type like Mega Lopunny or Mega Gallade could run through this team. Uh,
Yeah,
he's
I'd agree with that.
kind of right, other than Thundy and Uxie.
And I think both of those can hit Thundy with a Ice Punch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
But this is a good hyper offense team, and I wouldn't be surprised if it does actually prove me wrong. Um,
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
see. It depends on
because
how he plays it, right?
yeah, I totally see your point. But yeah, we all sort of had him kind of low.
Yeah, that's fine.
Uh, okay, next is the Memphis Grimmsnarls with TB. This is the second person that didn't have that, but I couldn't find any fun meme for this, so I just gave them the GIF of Grimmsnarl.
I like it.
Yeah. So his team, you can see it here. It's got Mew, and that's really good. He's also got Mega Aggron and a Wish Passer. That's pretty good.
Yes.
Um,
Very good. Very scary.
yeah. I wish I didn't do my thing so long ago. Okay. So yeah.
You know what's
Yep.
interesting? All four of these like bottom teams, if you would, quote unquote bottom teams, have like top picks. Tornty, Mew,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Darmanitan, and Zeraora. That's
Like,
kind
I
of
don't think
crazy.
Dom's actually very good, but apart from that, like, yeah, those are all four incredible mons. Because I don't think these are necessarily bad teams. It's just this is actually
Yeah. You think maybe they struggle a little bit, like picking and then waiting
yeah,
20 turns until they got their second
yeah.
pick or
I
something
I
like that?
definitely did, and I was like only eighth
Yeah.
or something. So like but like I think it's they've got some nice speedy pivots, Mew, Crobat, Raikou, so we can sort of bring in Dragalge, that sort of thing. Um, they've got Wish Passing, that's good. Again, Mew is just the worst. But my
I
most
know.
obvious thing here is he has no fire or fighting type, so he cannot break Ferrothorn. Like,
That is true. Yeah, Mew's the only way to break it.
yeah, it's Mew, and that's it. Um, and only Rune Regis is the Crown Stab as well. So Steels are just
Hmm.
going to have a complete and utter. They're just going to celebrate playing this team.
Yeah, he's gonna have to rely on Vaporeon a lot.
Yeah,
Uh, Lunatic mentions that he's very passive offensively, and I think I agree with that. Other than set up Mew,
Yeah.
he really is.
Um. Yeah. So it's got some
I think
scary mons, but
his only removal is Crobat, I believe,
uh,
right?
Crobat, and yes, I think that's it.
He's gonna
Um.
have to bring Defog a lot.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that also means no ground. Oh, wait, no, he's got Dragalge. He does have like toxic spikes, and that's nice. He's got a few rockers.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. Very
oh no,
true.
he's got Kamala for rapid spin.
Oh, good call.
Yeah,
Did not know I got that.
yeah. It's like it's a little niche. I can't believe I forgot that. Like Grimmsnarl is good,
Now,
but does this really abuse greens that well? I don't know if it does.
so Lunatic, he mentions, yeah, Aurora Veil
Yo, it's
and
got Aurora Veil too. Yeah,
screens with Grimmsnarl.
yeah,
Unless he's trying to set up with Mew,
yeah.
that's really the only thing that
Like
can really
Karma
punish you, right?
Draco, I guess. I guess he's also got Quiver Dance Blossom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So maybe his plan is to set up screens and then matchup dependent. Mew can pretty much do anything. Figure out what three moves, what setup moves he needs to
yeah,
win, and then do that. I guess
I guess.
we'll see how it works.
Yeah. Okay. Any other points?
Nope, I think that's good.
Okay. 14 was this is my favorite logo of all time. Holy crap.
It's pretty good.
The Distortion World doofs with Darth Red Panda. He's got both of the Dracovish abominations.
I know, man.
uh so this is a very interesting sand team.
Yes, because literally his best mon can't synthesis in sand. So
Yeah. But he's got the two really annoying, if I go first, I like break you Pokemon with sand, and that's kind of
right,
amazing. I
and
really
he's gonna want to run Smooth Rock on T-Tar
yeah.
just for that reason.
I love the double Drake. I love the heat of the double Draco sand. I really do. Like this is oh
Yeah.
I wanted to rate it higher than I did. um Actually, where did I rate it? I think I rated it the highest of everyone because I think I did, yes. At 12. But basically, I mean, I think Dracovish is a completely disgusting mon that has completely warped how drafts work. Like, as much as because I keep getting
Yeah,
wrecked by it, but there's
it's
like,
meta changing. No, for sure.
yeah, it's just
You
ridiculous.
have to prep for it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's just some matchups where you just lose. Like, at a game against Goomba in PCL a couple of weeks ago, and my water absorber was Lantern, so I just lost to it because it just clicked Earthquake against Lantern. If it
Yeah.
has
Yeah,
any
it's tough.
support at all, it just goes crazy. Um, so yeah, um, this is the best. I think this is the better sand team of the draft. There is another sand team that I think rated higher, but I prefer this one. Because just Dracovish and Dracozolt. Venusaur, I think it not having synthesis sucks a little bit, but it still has Leech Seed, and that's nice,
Yeah.
and that's a good wall. And Dog Trio will just remove problematic mons. That's just what it does. This is going to be the worst team in the world to prep for.
Yeah. And honestly, without the sand, T-Tar is the perfect partner for Venusaur, right? Because
Yeah,
dark and flying.
I mean he could run Unnerve Tita.
He could. I actually didn't even know T-Tar had another.
Yeah,
Does it not get sand, really?
yeah, it can have Unnerve. It's
It can.
I don't think
Wow.
it's ever run without it because the special defense boost is really good. But
Agreed.
yeah, let me just. What did Lunatic and Paradoof say about this team? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Paradoof does not like that they have both Dracovish and Dracozol, and whilst I guess I can agree with that, I still just love that as a Chad move.
Metagross gets Trick Room, right?
I think so. Let me check.
Is I've never played with Panda. Is this something that he does? Like, does he always draft stuff like that?
I've
Is it?
never played with him either. The only WPF I've done was like 3 weeks at the end of last season. Um, but in terms of weaknesses, Um, basically, like his dragon switch into Metagross and Togekick, which I guess whatever, but Togetic is a bit weak, and Metagross, I don't know if you want it to be tanking too many special moves, like Dracos and stuff like that. Venusaur Synthesis is
Yep.
obviously nerfed by the sun, and his lower tier mons are Drifiblim, Frostmoth, and Togetic. And I think outside of Togetic, those are kind of bad. So Ground Spam is pretty good, since again those are his ground resistant immunities, his lower tier mons. So he's relying on that a lot to not just be
Yep.
destroyed by ground types. And I don't think, yeah. And
No, I
again,
agree.
he just runs Stone Edge, and that kills them all. Um,
Correct.
and they're also both still walled by like Seismitoad and Quagsire, so I can see
Yeah.
why having them both is overkill. But I still respect this team a lot.
Yeah, I like it too. I guess the last thing I'll mention is just the hazards. I think webs could be really good against him. His removal
Yeah.
is his two tier fives, right?
Oh, he's got
Togetic
Hip
and
on top.
Driftball. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I missed that. Yep, Rapid
Yeah.
Spin.
So that's not.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's not terrible then. And then Metagross can set them too. So
Yeah. So can Tita, Doug Trio actually as well.
yep, yep. You're right.
But yeah. I wanted to move him up a tier just for this logo, because that is
It's great. What does Frostmoth do on this team?
um dies to rocks, in theory, quiver dances and takes a lot of special hits, I guess, with its like special defense increasing ability. But
Okay.
in practice, I don't think it does that.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with it, so
Yeah, I've never used it, but I've never seen it do anything that positive, except I think Karma's game in SDiv that just happened. Well, not just happened, it happened
you
like
know what's it?
yesterday.
Yeah, okay. You know what's interesting tech he could do too is Delphox Trick Room.
That is actually an interesting tech. Wait, did Metagross get it? I googled it and I didn't figure out. Um,
No worries. We'll wait a sec.
yeah,
Because if everyone preps for him to have Sand or Sand Rush or Scarf, and then he
yeah,
brings Trick Room and then puts
it does not.
both of his. Okay.
I'm a big fan of unexpected trick room.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I think I brought it against you last season. I think our first
you
match.
did, and that is actually what got me on a trick room train, because the
I
others that
made
I
you hate
won.
it. I love that.
That that was terrifying. Okay, 13th. We have Marlboro Magnetons. Is that how you
Yep.
say it? Okay, with that's another sand. This is another sand team. With Excadrill and Gigalith this time, and that's a
Hmm.
very good sand pairing. So
I agree.
it's got some good ones. Conkeldurr, Mega Pidgeot, Giggle, like Mega Pidgeot is just kind of like cheaper taunty for sand teams.
I
Um,
agree. Plus, the boost of Can't Missing Hurricanes, which is
yeah,
great.
and Moltres, like Aloe for Wish Passing, Cresselia is like a good wall. It's got some pretty good options here.
I
Um,
agreed.
yeah, let me go and find it in my tier list. Okay. Although I think I rated it the lowest here because this team relies on sand for speed so desperately.
Agreed. I was just gonna say that.
It's Pidgeot Mega and then it's Moltres. So that's
Uh,
121 to 90 of just from then on nothing. Um,
yeah. He does have good bulk. He has reliable recovery,
yeah.
but it's just like looking at it, it doesn't look.
Also,
Uh,
defensively, in terms of dragon switch-ins, it's it's Excadrill. It's not the steal you
yeah.
want, and Clefairy.
No,
Um,
absolutely not.
yeah, which Clefairy, I guess it's a pretty decent tier 5, but I don't think it's something you really want to be relying on as your major dragon answer.
Right. I'm like struggling for words with this one. Let me see what Lunatic said.
Yeah.
He's got a levitate mon that can cover the ground weakness, is what he's saying. Who levitates? Oh, Cress.
Cress.
Okay.
Yeah, Cress is neat. Um,
Yep. Uh, Fire Dragon Steel Core is weird. Um, Fire Water Grass has some good bulk behind it, which I kind of agree with. Yeah,
yeah,
Roserade.
like
Mola.
it's definitely not bad, and just I really like I've used it before. Like the Gigalith Excadrill combo is actually really good. I think Gigalith is just a really great on. Like even though it's probably the lowest tiered sand setter, like it's just really good in sand. Um,
It is. Plus, it covers Conkeldurr a little
yeah,
bit too.
oh, I love Conkeldurr.
I
um,
love Conkeldurr too. He's so great.
yeah, yeah. So this probably might be a little better than the dual Dracovish sand team, but again, like all sand teams, there'll just be some matchups where the sweepers just go nuts, and that's something you'll have to prep for.
Yeah, it sucks his only Darkmon is Thievel.
Yeah, that too. So I don't like
Because,
teams that rely on their tier fives as a crutch for their type weaknesses, their type
yeah,
coverages.
I agree with that. I
Yeah,
agree.
there's a specific team coming up that I think has a pretty bad example of it, but we'll get to it. In fact, we'll get to
Okay.
it now. Holy crap! It's number 12, Parasect
All right.
PC
Let's go on.
Binisect. One of the people that helped do this, was one of the tierers. He put his team up. Yeah, like I think his team's pretty okay, but my main concern with it is let me go to my big thing that I wrote up on it because I did write a pretty big thing on it. Okay, so I don't like that his two crowd immunities are his 2 tier 4s, and that of his 2 water resists, one of them is Cradley. Like he relies so much on his cheap picks to cover his defensive weaknesses because he has no other ground resists, and the only other water resist is Slowbro, which doesn't
Yeah.
really resist special hits very well. So I really don't like that. I think that's a big thing that hurt the draft for me.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see that. He's
I
lucky no one drafted Rain.
Yeah, I really do like the Slowbro and Blissey defensive core.
I like it
It's
too.
got pretty good hazards. Like Fortress is a little passive, but it just sets up every hazard. He's got lots of removal options for it. There's some pretty good stuff. His pivots are also kind of low tier, except for Slowbro with teleport, which I do think is a legitimately decent thing.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
Apart from that, it's Articuno, it's Fortress, and it's Rotom. Um, I have a lot to say about this because this is the one I did last. Because like when I was doing it, when I was first doing the PRs, I was doing it while I was playing D&D, and I was like completely out of energy for him. Then I redid it, and now I
You're
have
fine.
like a lot to say for him. Um, yeah. I also think he'll have trouble with bulky waters because his super effective type coverage for super effective stabs are Rotom and Cradley, which I don't think have over a
Enough
hundred.
power.
Yeah, I don't think they have enough power.
They,
And his offensive mons in Blacephalon, Garchomp, and Terrakion, which I think are pretty good together and work really well with his webs, don't actually get coverage for them.
I'm just gonna see if Blaze gets like energy ball or something.
I don't think it
No, he
does.
doesn't.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually hit them super effectively. So he's gonna have to, like
It's gonna be
uber
tough.
bulky.
Toxic it or something.
Yeah, uber bulky Watermons are gonna be a real problem. And I think Slurpuff is probably my least favorite web setup because I
I agree
think
with that.
because I've used it before, and yeah, it's got Wish, but he's got a better Wishmon. And yeah, you might think the belly drum set is like looks good on paper, but it never comes. Like it never. There are so few.
It, it's only yeah
Yeah.
certain matchups working with.
So
Wow, Terrakion doesn't even get Thunder Punch or something to hit waters.
no.
Crazy.
So like all
Okay.
it really does is set webs, and if you want that, you might as well go for like Leavanny or Ariados or something, and save the
Yeah.
points. But that's my theory. Like I guess it's his fairy, but also I don't like that as your only fairy. But outside of that, I shouldn't be too negative on the team. I really like Blacephalon, Garchomp,
I
and
do.
Tracheon.
I'm interested to see how he gets Blacephalon into winning positions this
Yeah,
year.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Blacephalon, but I think it can work here. And again, with webs, those things go like completely crazy. Um, Especially like with Swords Dance, Garchomp, and stuff like that. So
Yep.
yeah, it's definitely a team that has its strengths, but it's got its weaknesses. Uh,
Yep.
does
Very
you
interesting
or
for
Lunatic have
sure.
anything to add? Um,
Not really. I guess the only thing we didn't really touch on is the hazards. For
yeah.
Retros,
Oh,
you
he's got
mentioned Slurpuff a
really,
little bit.
he's got really good hazards.
Yeah, he does. Drapion too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got multiple sources for most of his hazards too. Like this is, I'm definitely approve of the hazard game here. I think it is probably the best hazard game of the draft, of like the
Oh yeah,
yeah
and that's probably why he's not lower
yeah
because his hazards are so good. He
yeah.
could
Honestly,
play the slow game,
yeah
pivot around.
yeah. I mean, look, here's the thing. I think from 12 to about fifth, you can put them in any order, and I don't care
They're so
because
tight. I
they are
agree.
so tight. Um, yeah. So the next is 11. Cleveland Creselius with Stumbles.
Best logo in the draft.
It's adorable. He's got Lele and Victini. That's some psychic spam that you can set your
I
webs
think
to.
he actually dropped Lele, didn't he?
Wait, did he? Well,
Hold on.
it was in his draft thing. That's completely changes my thoughts on him.
Let me see.
Hope he didn't, or
Uh,
I look like a fool.
no, you're fine.
Well, I
Transactions.
look like a fool usually, so it's fine.
So confused. Why can I not find it? A division, right?
Yeah, I did. Well, because I just assumed that the drafts were all up to date, and I only put this in yesterday, so
Oh, maybe he didn't drop it.
okay.
Carry on.
Let's act under the assumption he didn't, because that's what I think all of me, Parasect, and Lunatic, Paradoof and Lunatic, you know, we all played under the assumption. We all, I think, ranked under the assumption that he still had it. So,
Yeah, that's fine. I must be going crazy. I don't know what I'm thinking of. I swear someone dropped Lele. But anyway, let's go on.
Victini and Lele are super good. It's like spam. Two strong wall break. Like, in fact, the three strong wall breakers with a, like Specs, Lele, Banded, or Specs, Victini, and then Garchomp Mega. That's really good. He's got
Yes.
Sticky Webs Abuse for them. It's also really good. Um,
Does.
Porygon
Plus Togepi
2,
D can just paralyze stuff, which is
yeah.
great.
Porygon 2, I think, is very, very strong.
I like it too.
It works with, he's got that with like Vileplume, Mandibuzz, and Seismitoad for some good bulk. Um, is even his offensive ones have good natural bulk. Like Garchomp, Victini, Lele are all actually pretty bulky. Um, yeah. His weaknesses, though, he's got one ground immunity and no resist to it, so that's whack. And he's got one form of defog. He's got one form of hazard removal, and that's Mandibuzz, and that's it.
Yeah, he's gonna rely on heavy duty boots Mandibuzz a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, and it's also his main dark switching, and I think there's Alcremie as well.
Yes, he
Yeah,
does it
and
out creamy.
Cabalion. Okay, so it's a little less, but it's still like that's. I think he relies on Mandibuzz so much, like so much for defensively and for default. It just kind of hurts him.
Yeah. And how does he cover it? I guess Cabalion for rocks, Seismitoad for electric, and does Seismitoad resist ice too? I don't think so.
No, it's neutral to ice. Well, Victini
Victini.
resists ice. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't really cover Mandibuzz really well.
Yeah.
I guess decently.
Mandibuzz is a good mon, but I don't
Yeah,
think
no, definitely. It's great.
relying on it
Um,
too much is a bit of a weakness with this.
Agreed. Especially, if you don't bring Cabalion or Seismitoad a specific week.
Yeah, and I'm sure there will be matches when it's not actually very good, but he has to bring it anyway.
Lunatic calls out his speed tiers being a little bit below average, but I think they're okay.
I mean,
He could benefit from someone that's like a Talonflame or something that's
yeah,
like
yeah. I
125,
think his
but
fastest mon is 108.
yeah, Cabalion.
Yeah,
But like you said earlier, like Lele or Victini
and
They could run Scarf at any
Yeah,
time, so
and he's also got Shuckle for webs.
yes,
The
he
Shuck,
does.
big fan.
AKA the Shuck.
Yeah, but again, yeah. So this is a team that I think could be higher, could be higher pretty easily. But this is just sort of we all basically had
Yeah,
him at 11.
he has no rock Pokemon, so like Flying Stab could really do work
Yeah,
against him.
yeah. Yeah. Wait, does he actually? I don't think he has a flying. Yeah, no, he's got two.
Shuckle,
No,
right?
Shuckle doesn't resist flying. It's Pop Bud.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
Togetic
right.
Mono.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. But still, Lele and Victini is scary.
They are.
If you bring
Yeah,
a
Victini gets Bolt Strike,
yeah,
so I
if
mean,
you bring a team that's too passive, it's just gonna eat you for breakfast. Um. Okay, number 10, the Pronsong Bergens.
sounds good.
Yeah, my take. Now we can just all talk about how amazing I am.
Yeah, you take the show. Yeah, let's hear
Okay,
it.
so this draft was a mess for me. I changed my plan about 18 times, whatever. Um, but
Yeah, go walk through it if you don't
oh,
mind.
okay. I was gonna draft Melmetal. Lunatic took the pick before me, and then I was gonna
What
draft
pick were you?
8, so he was 7. He picked
Oh
Melmetal a
yikes!
pick before me, and then next time he picked Sylveon the pick before me, and then next time he picked oh, what was it? It was me and Shao the pick before me. The first 3 picks he sniped the turn before me.
Oh my
I'm
god! So what did you take first overall?
Age
Aegislash.
yes, because I was asleep while this happened. I just left my thing. So
Pick
Aegislash
with
was my
somebody.
one after Melmetal, and I've never used Aegislash before, but I think it's pretty good because every time I've played it, I've been wrecked by it. So
It's
that's
usually a good bar to set
yeah.
or to go
Like
by.
literally last time I played it, and it was a team. It was like a Pokemon designed to trap and kill, like to lure out and kill like Mega Pinsir. Like it's got, I think, a surprising amount of you know, flexibility to it, and it's very easy to put it in the form you actually want it to be in, with King
Yep.
Shield and Shadow Sneak and all that. Um,
Yep.
I like that it's got. Uh, I think it's sort of its defensive options pair well with Aegislash. Like uh, Milotic is good for the fire types.
Fire.
Landorus is
Yep.
good for the ground types and just physical attackers in general. Florges is good for the it's good
Dark.
for the dark types. Yeah, I think it's got some decent natural bulk to it. This team, I think it's a little slow, with Houndoom Mega being the fastest Pokemon, and my only speed control being Trick Room with Meloetta. So that's a bit of an
Yeah.
issue. I could use
Plus
Sticky Webs.
Houndoom Speed Lock too.
Yeah, it does have um, Flame Charge, and that's something I've used. Like I've used Houndoom Mega before a lot, and I'm huge into it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm huge into it. Like I think it's got like Nasty Plot, Sludge Bomb,
Flame
Dark Pulse,
Charge.
Flame. Yeah, like it's got a surprising amount of moves. Heracross with spikes, I think, is really good, and it's one of like the primo spike setters now because it does things that isn't just set spikes. Um,
Agreed.
yeah, like that's I think a really good get for it in DLC. Floor just a good wish passer for
Amazing. Yeah.
Aegislash, and then I've got Meganium, which
Yeah. The go pick.
I'm defending as a decent pickup for a tier 5 because it is surprisingly bulky. It's
It
got
is.
dual screens, it's got recovery, it's got leech seed, it's got aromatherapy, it's got phasing, it's got swords fucking dance, it's got moves to hit bug types. It is better than you all think.
No, I agree.
Um, yeah,
If I don't have a grass type like you, I'd take a tier 5 too.
yeah. Um, I originally had Guzzlord, which works way better with my draft, but I don't care. um,
No, I think you pretty much cover all your bases.
yeah, well, I had Chestnut over Heracross at the time, so
Yeah.
yeah. But I think for my
I guess
weaknesses,
you don't really have a core though,
yeah,
but
I don't.
you don't really need one.
Yeah, I don't. I think Dragon is like a bit of an overrated type for the fire with the steel fairy
It is.
thing core.
I last time I won B division, I didn't have a fairy or a
Yeah,
dragon on my team,
I
so
made
they're not necessary.
yeah I made to the finals in ICL, granted minors, but I didn't have a dragon either. And my fairy was Clefairy. So,
Yeah.
um, uh, yeah, like my weaknesses. I have four ground weaknesses, which is a bit iffy, and my ghost switch-ins aren't the best in the world. Um, and also I think Palisand
No.
is a very good Pokemon for 140 points. Like I think it's actually really good. I use it a lot, but it shares a typing with my two best Pokemon, so
Yeah,
it's
they
probably
already
going to be hit
have.
with a lot of coverage. So that's a bit of an issue. But outside of
And
that,
your hazards aren't very good, other than Palisand and Landorus, I think,
yeah, and
right?
Heracross
Oh,
and
Spikes. Yep.
Tentacruel.
Oh yeah, T Spikes. Yep.
Yeah. So it's not the best, but I've got some pretty. I think I've got a pretty good defensive core. I don't know. I can see this team sucking. I can see this team doing kind of well. I think the only two Pokemon I've actually used in the draft format, actually three, are Meganium, Palisand, and Houndoom Mega.
Oh, interesting. You never used Lando.
No. And
Okay. Good luck, man.
I'd also like to make an announcement. I've said it before.
Mhm.
I'm undefeated with Meganium in draft leagues.
Oh,
I am
all right.
when it comes to a draft match, I have not lost. It has only been 3 games in my life, but I have not lost. So
A division. You hear that?
I'm
Shots fired.
throwing the gloves down. If Meganium comes, I win.
Okay.
um, hey, it walled a Scarf Lele a couple of days ago, so um, I'm not kidding.
That's amazing.
Number 9, the
All right, let's move
Helsinki
on.
Hydreigans with Chris Yu-Gi-Oh Pro. Is that the
Yeah,
name? Yeah,
you go pro is just what I say, but
yeah. I, I
it could be Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know.
oh man, Yu-Gi-Oh had a banger opening. So
Yeah.
Komodo and Necrozma were his first two picks, and I think those are both really good. Um, it's got a pretty good. This is just a pretty good team in general. Um,
Yeah, I like it. I think when you guys were drafting, I mentioned how I loved his first two picks back to back, Necrozma with Como.
yeah. Well, they're just both really good setup threats. Um,
Yes, agreed. And I think like low key, like Necrozma was like one of those mons you could take in the first 10 picks and like no one bats an eye, right?
yeah, but it's really good.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
might be
It's
because
so
it's like
scary.
RU in like it's was RU in Gen 7 like ladder, which might lead to that. I think like that's because I assumed it was underwhelming, then I got destroyed by it.
Yes, because its ability, it really has no weaknesses. It can
Yeah,
stealth rock, recovery, it can set up, like it does
it's
so
got
much
yeah,
different stuff.
it's just got like it's basically Mew with its move
Yeah,
pool at this point. Um,
yep, more or less.
his Fairy Steel Dragon Core is Primarina, Registeel, and Komodo, which I think is pretty good.
It
Um,
is. Yep.
he's got some he's got Mega Aerodactyl with that has Dragon Dance now, which
Great speed. Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing if that's good or not because I know a lot of people are terrified of it, and I am, but I'm also not at the same time. Um, but so it'll be an interesting acid test, I think. Um, yeah, I'm gonna need to use other people's things here because this was, I think, he was the last person I did power rankings on, and I have basically nothing on him because I was doing them when I was
No
sleeping.
problem.
Um,
And Lunatic put him at 8, so pretty close to what you
yeah,
had. He mentioned his setup potential like you did. He calls out Gengar. Does Gengar get nasty plot or something?
yes, I think.
Interesting. Okay, didn't know
Um,
that.
yeah, I think he was either on 8 or 9 for all of us. Like these are just the averaged out
Yeah,
things with like one exception, but yeah, he's got some good rockers. Um, and he's only got 2 removals, and that's a bit iffy. Uh, he has Licky
that
Licky,
is
right?
true.
Yeah, so he's got a wish. He's
Yes.
got wish for Registeel too, which is and
Yeah, which is
Komodo.
very good. Very good.
Yeah, and Primarina. So it's got good picks. I'm a big fan of Typhlosion. It's just a dumb, simple 40 pick like nuke.
He is. I like Typhlosion a lot
Yeah.
too.
Uh,
Um,
but this is just a good team. Um,
Lunatic gives him a little flack for not having good removal.
it's
Um,
Gligar and it's Arrow, and I think that's it.
Rotom fan too, but yeah.
Yeah, that too. Well, that is a little iffy not having a spinner when you have Leavanny for Webs. Webs is also pretty good with this, I think.
Yeah, I agree. In the right matchup, he can bring webs for
Yeah.
sure.
Um. Yeah.
No,
Anything else?
no, that's a solid team, man. I'm interested to see
Yeah.
what beats this thing,
Yeah.
or what's better than this team.
Yeah. Well, the Winnipeg
Top eight's gonna be
Weavers.
good.
Yeah. Well, again, I think you could put Chris like up to fifth, and I wouldn't. I would not bat an eyelid. But
Hmm.
they've got Winnipeg Weavers with the Canadian kid. Um, so Dragapult and Corviknight probably the two best Gen 8 Mons in this team.
Yeah, they're great.
Um, where's my Canadian?
I
Yeah,
love his speed. He's got
yeah,
Mega B and Dragapult. My
yeah.
God.
That is just so fast. And they're both pivots, so you just
Yes, they
bring
are.
in a good team. And Superior 6 is literally every single team in the world.
Yeah, Superior's so good.
He's got
I mean,
spin with more Pico.
yep.
And what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say he doesn't even need to glare with Serp because he's got the speed already.
Yeah. Um,
Oh,
I guess he's got a speed gap between 142 and 113, but that's fine. His only ghost
yeah,
resist
that's
is
not
more
bad.
Pico, so that's easy to abuse. And he's got some major rock weaknesses, I feel. Like stealth rock weaknesses.
He
But he
does.
has some good spinners, so it's honestly fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
Blastoise's really good.
yeah, he's got some great cores though, like Heat Superior and Blastoise as off is good. And so is, Dragapult, uh, Corv, and Gardevoir. So, you know, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Just good,
He
really good
might
pivoting.
lack a little. Yeah, his volt turn pivoting was really good. He might lack a little bit of bulk because Corviknight and Serp are the only two mons that can recover, right?
Yeah. Does he have any
Like
wish?
Rotom.
Oh, he's got Gardevoir for wish, I
Uh,
guess.
yeah, he could wish with Gardevoir.
Um, yeah. I don't. I mean, he doesn't have webs, does he? So I don't like Rampardos, but whatever. Um, it's a bit of an oddball tier five, but
Yeah, a little strange.
I don't know. This
I
is
really like Hariyama on this team though too.
yeah. I mean, the fire and ice resist is really good. Harry is just fat, and I like fat Pokemon.
Yes, especially with Assault Vest, it's so
Yeah,
annoying.
chunky boy.
I'm
Um,
just gonna read real quick what Lunatic wrote, see if he's got anything else to
yeah, sure.
add. We didn't even mention Piloswine really, but yeah,
Yeah,
great hazards there.
Paloswine is probably I think honestly the best low tier, um, like tier
Very
five
good.
rocker. Like it's just what is this?
He says he has parting shot.
Yeah, he does on what did he have it on? Wait, what does he have it on?
I don't know. More Pico?
I look, Morpeko, as far as I'm concerned, has all the moves in the world. Okay, it bursted out an outrage against me once.
I'm curious. Yeah, does it get parting shot? That's wild if it does. It must be Morpeko. Yeah, Morpeko gets parting shot.
Yeah, there you go. Um, but yeah, so that's basically it's got a kind of bad dark type, so I think a good ghost
Yeah,
is
and
very good against
Lunatics.
this.
Oh, true. Lunatics are the same thing you did. That the low tiers don't really synergize with the team. That was his only other flack.
Yeah, that was yeah, and yeah, like uh, Paradoof said basically the same thing. We've all said before. That's not a good dark type in Morpeko. But it gets. I think this was eighth for him, and this was eighth for me, and this was ninth for uh, Lunatic. So I think we actually agreed on a lot of picks.
Solid team, yeah,
Number
overall.
7. Now this one is one that Paradoof did not like, but me and Lunatic liked a lot.
I like it too.
Yeah. So I might just be really high on the Togekiss, Haxorus, and Jirachi core
Jirachi.
because I've
It's
used it.
ridiculous.
But that's
Ridiculous. And he's got low punny. Like, it's
yeah,
ridiculous.
that's ridiculous. Like this'll just Oh, this is such good bulky and hyper offense. Like, um, yeah, um,
Yeah, I mean, you said it best. Jirachi and Kiss can absorb hits. They get recovery, and
yeah,
then low punny and Hackstress just set up or poke holes in your team basically.
yeah.
So
This like, I think his weaknesses, he does have them. Like, this is a flawed team. I don't think
yep.
Krabby is as big as a weakness as people will say, because I don't think he really will ever bring a tier 5 much because of just
No, he
how
won't
good
bring it.
his thing is. So whatever. Um, Even though, fun fact, Krabby has 105 base attack and sheer force, so it has the same damage output as Feraligatr.
That's actually wild.
Yeah, that is wild. And Feraligatr is, I think, a scary mon.
What's Krabby's speed though?
Oh, like 50.
Okay.
Something like that.
Hey, Jirachi gets Trick Room, I think.
It
Never
does.
know.
Yeah, no, he's got trick room potential. But he'll rely a lot on to Serena for spin. I think.
Yeah.
Also he doesn't actually have a full wall. Like his best is Sandaconda and Togekiss.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What am I reading right now? Scrappy negates Intimidate? Since when?
Yes. Oh, since Gen 7. Yeah. So this got. Here's the thing. Lopunny, I
Wow.
think, was one of the best megas before it got U-turn and close combat. But now it has
How
a
did I
pivot
not know
move
that?
and a thing that means it doesn't just die to that it doesn't have to play like protect mind games anymore.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It
Oh,
went first
man.
in every single division.
It did. Rightly so, man. It's
Yeah,
broken.
like, but yeah. So Sandaconda and Togekiss are his best sort of walls, but they aren't that great. He's super weak to
Yeah.
just spamming ground types.
Yeah, I didn't like Sanacona last season. I had it.
Yeah.
I tried to, use Glare, use Stealth Rock,
Well,
get some kills with the Sand Spit. It wasn't
it's only
that
40
great.
points, so I can see it being okay.
That's true. I bought it when it was 80.
Yeah, so it's half the points, so maybe it's a little better. I think it is worse than Palisand in that tier, but it's still a pretty good stealth rocker for there, and maybe the chip will be nice. But
Yeah.
yeah, his switch-ins are kind of lackluster, and this will get into why
He,
Paradoof did. Sorry, yeah, Paradoof was not big on this, but what were you gonna say?
yeah, I guess I can see where Paradoof's coming from because his recovery isn't the greatest
Yeah,
outside of Jirachi and Togekiss.
yeah, I
He can't
think
really absorb hits.
yeah,
He's forced to bring defensive Jirachi every week. You know what I mean? It's kind
yeah,
of like
yeah, and
the
it's like
Stealth Rock Wish passing.
it's got some like natural bulk. Like just Arena has some natural bulk, but it's not bulky. You know, it's not.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, yeah. So
He's
good
got
break. He's
Zargatry too.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
got some
god.
really good special and physical breakers, but this is a thing that can be out offense. Um, which is if it
Yeah.
had a strong wall, it would probably be like first or something. But
He
this
could
is a
legit run three
yeah.
or six choice items too.
Oh, this is the most ridiculous thing. We did this. He drafted what we told him to do. We gave him this, and that's not a joke.
I know, I remember
We
that.
gave him this team. How did we like?
Oh
That's why
man.
he has a Krabby because we told him to go for Krabby.
I'm
What?
glad I'm not in this division. You
Why
guys are
did we
screwed.
do this? What have we done? What were we put on this planet to do?
Josh
Um,
is a good battler too. If he
yeah,
takes his time to actually prep and build properly, he's a really good battler.
yeah. Okay, number 6, we have Michigan Minetrix with Cheez-Its, who is pretty good.
Ooh,
I hear
interesting.
I think he's a pretty good thing, but
He,
he's got some good mons.
yeah, he's the same way. Not to cut you off, but he's the same way as Josh. If he has time to prep and build properly, he's a
Yeah.
really good
Oh,
battler.
he wrecked me in Victory Road Challenge.
Did he?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I was his Elite Four member, and he
Oof.
realized that I'd probably bring Heatran, so he got Hidden Power Ground on all of his mons.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it's like, whew. But he has a ridiculous Fairy Steel Dragon Core Latios, which got a lot of goodies this gen,
Yep.
Clefable, and Mega Sizzle.
Agreed. That's big.
Yeah. Um.
That might be comparable or even better of a core than what we just saw at
Yeah. I
seven
think it's
with
between that
Josh.
and X Gamers, which we'll see later. Um,
Yep, agreed.
but like the best one. Let me get to my notes about it. Where the hell did I put? Where the hell is he in my notes? Um, why is he?
Gotta be around here.
Okay. So he's got a lot of good speed tiers. He's got some strong pivots. He's got Staraptor, Latios, Incineroar, which has both Parting Shot and U-Turn, Scizor, and Rotom Frost.
Oh,
Um,
Staraptor. I love Staraptor. What a good mon.
yeah, his Intimidate spam is really good, especially since he has
Yes.
Slowking. Like, yeah, this is just a good team. It's got some issues though. Um,
Yeah, his recovery is not the best in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's got mons with recovery, but
well, he's got Clefable, which is neat.
does he want to rely on Clefable,
No,
like taking hits though,
he's got
all the
regen
time?
Slowking, I guess, but
Yeah, Slowking too.
um, he also has a huge rock weakness. I feel.
Decently, yeah.
Yeah,
His removal is a little iffy. You don't really want Staraptor
Latios or Arrow,
or Caesar
or Scizor,
running it.
yeah,
Yeah,
but one of them has to run it because, like, I don't think any of his Pokemon you exactly, except maybe Aerodactyl, you want Defog on, but something's got to actually. I
yeah.
guess unless he brings Rotom Frost, oh, hit my mic. Unless he brings Rotom Frost, then
He could bring Rotom. Yeah,
on. He also doesn't have Rapid Spin, so he can't exactly stack spikes with Maractus, and I think honestly Maractus is probably not a great. Like, there's a lot of good tier 5 grasses, and I don't think Maractus is one of them. Um, why does Crabominable exist? Like, it's not just
can't
in
answer
this
that.
draft, just a question in general.
I can't provide the answers you seek, sir. I don't know.
uh, yeah. Um, it's
Yeah, it's basically a lunatic saying no grass type. He doesn't even count Maractus as a grass type.
yeah. Well, yeah. Like, because what defensive stuff does it provide? Um,
That one more thing just to add to his core though, I love that all three of his mons can literally run defensive, support, and setup
yeah,
offense.
that's good.
That's a little scary.
Um, he doesn't have the best hazard options in general, according to Paradoof, and also he's saying speed tiers look excellent. That's all good. But he's got a massive, uh, you know, uh, rock weakness and no grounded poison. So
That's true. Yeah.
yeah,
I
he
mean,
does have a few like things that are immune to it, but still,
Dactyl, Clefable, and Mudsdale all get Stealth Rock, I believe.
yeah. Well, yeah, Clefable and Mudsdale are pretty good rockers.
Yeah. No, solid team at number
Yeah,
6. I like it.
yeah. Number 5 was a Lunatic. Give me my Melmetal and Silverly, Lunatic, you coward. Yeah. So this is, I think, just a really good. It's just a really good team. Let me go to it in thingy. Yeah. So Melmetal and Zygarde is pretty broken defensively. Having Wish
It
support for them is
is.
also broken. Um, he's got Mesprit, Infernape, and Vikavolt to pivot them in, and he's also got Webs. He's got some good hazard removal options, I think. I feel,
He
with
does. Yep.
Delvies, Sandslash, Silverly, I think Vikavolt probably. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I was kind of, he was bouncing ideas off me. I didn't really help him draft per
yeah,
se, but I gave him some ideas. He really wanted Zygarde. I told him to go Garchomp to hit a little bit harder, but he really wanted Thousand Arrows
yeah. Thousand
for
Arrows
his
is
team.
yeah. Why did we let him have Melmetal and Zygarde? Especially with
I don't
Sylveon
know.
as a really good Wish Passer. Like
Yes,
that's
and
an
I really love Infernape too. I've never used Infernape.
yeah. It's good. It's good. It's got rocks as well.
The one thing I wasn't a fan of, I did have Silvally last season, and
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be better than it was. I
yeah.
guess it depends on the user, like how creative you can be, what type works the best,
He has
etc.
issues with his team. It's kind of slow, so that's issue number one. And
A
issue
little
number
bit,
two is that Melmetal is super weak to strong fire attacks. Right, like even assault vested, like you need to do some. You do need to invest a fair bit to survive like a good fire blast.
and he's
Right?
not supporting it with a
Yeah,
bulky water.
yeah. is resists Zygarde and Infernape to fire, and I don't think you want Zygarde to come in and be your, like a.
Defensive Zygarde,
I
yeah.
mean, you could, but I don't know if that's the best thing in every matchup. And then Infernape, you really do not want that taking hits. Um, and so Silvally is needed to patch up his fire weakness. However, he's also got a terrible ghost matchup because his ghost switch in is Smeargle. And what Smeargle is a Pokemon that makes the matchup 5 on 6 in favor of your opponent, but has like does something positive for you once. Um,
Right.
uh, it's not something you switch into Shadow Balls. Um,
No.
so he wants Silvally to both resist Ghost and resist Fire, but no type does this. So that's, I think, a bit of an issue. He does rely on it too much to patch up two defensive weaknesses that he can't actually patch up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I agree. And at first glance, I didn't really see what Webs did for him, but now looking at it, he has Infernape, Silvally, Zygarde that can all set up with the
Yeah.
benefit of Webs, I think.
Um, you know, even Mesprit's like got a decent amount of like offense and with
Yep.
webs helping its base 80 speed. Um,
Healing Wish will be good for Melmetal as well.
yeah, yeah. There's some fire here. Um, it's yeah, definitely belongs in 5, and I hate this human. um, okay,
When do you play Lunatic? Do you play him this season?
round 1.
Oh my god, this would be great.
Yeah. Okay, so number 4, we have X Gamer with a div X Gamer memes, and this is a very very strong logo as well. Um,
I do love this one. I wasn't around for all the shit he was getting for not winning the VRC, but
yeah, he's accepted it now. Um, you'll love to see it. But he's got
I do.
Bulu Tran, and Bulu got a lot of good uh, DLC stuff. And he's also
Yep,
got
Bulu's awesome.
Latias, which also got a lot of good DLC stuff. So I think this is up there in terms of the fire, sorry, not fire, fairy steel dragon cores.
Yep,
Like that's really
no,
good. Um,
definitely very good. But how do you like his support, in your opinion?
like, um, it can be better. Like, it definitely can be. Like,
Yeah,
Latios is, I think, can be a pretty good support one.
because
Umbreon's
you
actually pretty
guys all
good.
had you had him high, but I
Yeah,
had him a little bit lower because of that reason. Like, don't get me wrong, his core is incredible, but I just think his support is lackluster to say the least. I mean,
I mean, Umbreon's good.
underwhelming.
Umbreon's good.
Yeah, no, they're good mons. Like, I'm not, trying to.
Avalugg with heavy duty boots is pretty okay. Um,
I agree.
yeah, he's got a. Like I think Bulu. I mean, Bulu helps Nidoking, helps just helps in general because I don't think he has that many immunities to or resistances to EQ without it. So I think this is a team that actually really likes the Grassy Surge. I feel.
Yep.
Um,
No, I agree.
he's got like Nidoking is a scary mon. There's a lot of there's Umbreon's a great wish passer. Um,
Yeah,
there's definitely
Umbreon
early
really
here.
helps his team.
Yeah. Um, well, weaknesses. I'll let you start because do you have any other issues
Uh,
besides its thingy or like what's your?
no. I was just gonna say, like, Umbreon, I think glues this team together because Umbreon has the ability to come in and take hits, and like you said, Wish Pass.
Yeah,
So the three main mons on the team.
yeah. It also loves the Bulu, the Bulu Grassy Surge, giving it extra healing every turn.
That's true.
Um,
Very
but
true. I don't know. I guess I'm not a fan of like Jellicent and Avalugg
yeah, what?
being your main bulky pivots, I guess, if
Yeah,
you will,
I
other
also
than
don't.
Umbreon, of course.
He kind of has an issue with ice. I feel.
A
Uh,
little bit.
like Bulu, Nidoking, Latias, and Torn all take a lot of chunk, and like
He's
Jellicent.
also slow.
Yes, that too. His fastest is 111, and he's got no webs.
Torn, yeah.
And his scarfers, they're fine, but they're not amazing.
No.
Yeah, like let me check
And
my
his only
notes.
removal was really table. Avalugg.
Table, Latias, and torn, and that's it.
Tornadoes.
Torn. Yo,
Yeah.
whoa, someone else here?
I wrote in the chat.
We have a ringer. What's up, dude?
Oh, hey.
Hey, I'm glad I was able to make it. Yeah, my internet just came back. So.
What's up? We got Lunatic joining us. For those of you guys who don't know,
One that I can say
we
to
just
this
did your
person,
team.
Lunatic, give me my Mel Metal
Yeah.
and Sylveon. Sylveon, sorry, Sylveon. Give me. I want it.
You guys, oh, okay, you went in that order. Okay, so you just finished mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back to yours though.
Gamer.
You got
Okay.
any comments for it?
So yeah, the first of all, I don't know how Melmetal made it to me at like 7th or 8th pick. And then I thought I didn't really know what to do pairing with it. But one of the things, like Melmetal's best checks are, like fire types and electric types that are off the ground, and Zygarde is amazing against those because of Thousand Arrows. And then I glued those two together with Sylveon. Then after that, I kind of struggled a bit trying to fit in the rest of the roles, and then I traded like half my team away. But I have some decent momentum. Like the rest of the team is just kind of a lot of stuff gets done decently. Nothing is amazing, but the Fairy Dragon Steel core is just so well meshed.
It's up there.
I'm gonna be relying on that a lot. Smeargle, listen,
Yeah.
I love Smeargle. I had it in season 3, and I was able to do like a lot of really good stuff with it. Most people just use it as like sash lead for hazards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I picked up Vikavolt. I had Jolteon, but I got Vikavolt so that I wouldn't rely on Smeargle for webs, because I knew my team was not going to be fast. Even if I kept Jolteon, I just have a big speed gap. So I'd rather have the webs option there. My fastest mon is Infernape, I believe, at 109. And then like I have, is it 108?
I don't know.
One of the two.
Then Zygarde and Savali at 95. So it's not great. The team is definitely not very fast, but it's pretty bulky.
Yeah.
And I like the utility. Like Infernape, there's a lot you can do with Infernape, a lot you can do with Silvally. Yeah. Zygarde has a lot. And then there's stuff like, Mesprit has a lot of options. It can be offensive. It can be fast. It's base 80. It's not a terrible Scarfer. Not the best. Lapras is there because otherwise my team would lose to Dracovish.
We were saying that earlier.
Yeah. I literally got it for Dracovish.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll repeat. Like again, I still think your biggest weakness is a good fire switch in, because I think you rely a lot on Silvally for that. Because I don't know how much you want Zygarde to take a lot of fire attacks. And also Ghost, because your Ghost resist / immunity is Smeagol, and I'm not high on Smeagol, so.
No, Smeagol wouldn't be used as switching. Yeah, I definitely do struggle. With that. It's a lot of pressure on Silvally, but that's why I got Silvally. I had Drapion before all a bunch of changes, which was a good switch into to Ghost, but I still struggled against fire and ground. So with all the changes, I patched up the ground weakness more, but now I'm more susceptible to Ghost. So yeah, there is a lot of pressure on Silvally.
But it's 5th. It's a good draft.
For sure. I'm interested to see how you use Silvally this season, because I struggled with it last year.
Yeah, so I actually never used it, which is it just always gets nice. Oh, another reason I got Silvally, like I was so happy when I saw someone, I forget who had it before, they dropped it. I wanted Silvally because I wanted Parting Shot. Parting Shot for setup Zygarde just seemed like amazing for me.
Really good.
And I didn't really like the other Parting Shot users. I didn't feel like Incineroar was worth it. Also, I don't really like using it. I used it in 2 drafts and it just didn't feel right. And then like Alolan Purse is just ugly.
As a man that dropped Guzzlord because I don't like how it looks, I respect that.
Yeah. Oh, Sandslash got spikes too. I really like spike stacking. I'm upset I don't have T-Spike anymore. That's why I got Drapion originally, but
poison.
I don't have a grounded
Yeah,
poison.
that'll. I mean, you've
That's a
technically
little
got
bit of an
T-Spikes
issue
and
too.
Smeagol.
Exactly,
You've also
but
got
the thing
Fisher's
is,
Friend and Smeagol.
shush. Yeah, I had to, with the trades, I had to give and take. But I think, yeah, it's that Fairy Dragon Steel Core with like Silvally support for it, and then like Infernape and Vikavolt for big damage, and the rest are kind of more utility mons.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that.
I think we'll move. Now, where were we with X Gamer? Sorry, X Gamer.
We were kind of at the end of X
Yeah.
Gamer, I believe,
Yeah, I think
more
we
or
basically
less.
were. This is a really good team. There's a reason it's top
It's
four.
a really good team. Yeah.
Yeah, there's I think we all basically had the same top four, like Lunatic. I think Lunatic, me, and
You guys did, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that moves on to number 3.
All right.
The Las Vegas Landorus with Fate.
Yeah.
Um,
This team is so fat.
it's
I don't know how you break this team. Just Zapdos Ferrothorn together is disgusting.
Yeah, that's bad.
And like Weezing Galar as well.
We think Galar's really good. I
Gastrodon.
drafted it as a tier 2, and I still thought it was of value. So if you're getting a tier 3 here, it's really good. It's crazy how throw on a fairy type and you go from a tier 5 to a tier 3 or 2.
I mean, I like regular Weezing. I think it's actually a pretty decent mon, but Weezing
It's
Galar
usable,
is just,
Yeah. Galar really so good.
He's got a lot of good flying spam. His walls complement each other really well. It's got speed too. Like,
yeah.
I noticed people who draft Mega Gallade usually just draft a lot of bulk afterwards.
Yeah.
It may put too much pressure on Gallade to be the damage dealer of the team, but he still has some hard hitters in like Lando Eye and Noivern and Obstagoon.
Yeah, he's got very good special wall breakers and physical wall breakers.
Yeah. You have 2 of each and then just a bunch of walls.
Yeah.
I actually mark Mortar deals damage too.
Yeah, and you could run Zapdos offensively.
It gets Hurricane now.
And I don't know if you mentioned it, but I like when he's got Misty Terrain with Weezing too. So to protect Glade from priority, getting revenge kill and stuff.
Also, that makes it a grounded poison if you need.
Wait, that's the wrong terrain.
No, isn't
Misty Terrain protects from status.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. So the Misty Terrain will protect Zapdos.
No, Zapdos is a flying type. It's not affected by the terrain.
Oh yeah, shit, man.
It can help Gallade from getting burned.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for recovery. Good recovery there.
Yeah. He needs to watch out. If he does do that, watch out if he's using Obstagoon, because Flame Orb won't activate.
Yeah.
That's true.
Didn't you have a bit of an issue with this team, Pierre?
My only thing is kind of like it's similar to X Gamers. Yes, it's that his core of Gallade and Ferrothorn and Zapdos is disgusting. Like, it's ridiculous. But I didn't like how he supported it as much as you guys did. I guess in the PRs, I would have had him a little bit lower. But don't get me wrong. Listening to Lunatic, I do agree. I like he can definitely put some damage out with Landorus Eye and Obstagoon. It's interesting to see how he handles his speed tiers, I guess. Wyvern. He does have what? Oh, webs? Yeah, with Dollar.
Oh, Dottler, yeah. The Dottler's really only there for webs. I don't feel like it provides anything else for the team. He could have got, like,
that's fine.
Leavanny.
Someone else has Leavanny.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I think there's other sticky web users.
I think his issue is that a ghost with a move to hit Obstagoon well does do pretty good here.
Yeah. Ghost got much better this gen too.
Yeah.
Like,
it did.
He's also he's kind of weak to flying spam. He's only got 1 resist, and he's got 4 weaknesses to rocks. So there's some issues there.
Yeah, his hazard control is not great. He has 2 rockers, which is Lando and Pharaoh. So Pharaoh is often going to run rocks if he wants to bring it.
Yeah.
And his removal, 3 out of 4 of them are flying types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's still a very good team.
Yeah, it's not very good team.
Yeah. With so many coaches, it's hard to make like a more perfect kind of team. Even these top teams are maybe like 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's still very good.
I agree.
Oh yeah, it's a
And
very
he,
it's a
I
very close PR. Like I've said it, but I think from Parasect up until fifth, up until you, I could honestly see the people being put in any of those positions. Like
Yeah, yeah. A lot of those were really hard to
yeah,
tier myself. Those are very close.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we had a pretty
Uh,
similar rankings anyway, so it's
well, we said
you guys
yeah.
did.
so
So
either
that
we're
was
all
good.
geniuses or we're all idiots.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
see.
see.
Number two was Gentleman Thomas with Copenhagen Gallards.
This team, I love the Volt turn. It's just nuts.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it he has regular scissor?
Yes, he has regular scissor.
Regular scissor, yeah.
Oh, he has
I
regular.
saw that at a common draft Coco and Mega Scissor last gen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Team.
This is a
Let's
team
see
you can
whatever.
set your watch to. I like it. It's very good type coverage, some pretty great speed tiers, a lot of pivots, excellent physical threats with Dom, Coco, and Scizor. Like,
Yeah.
Mm,
Wigglytuff is actually, I think, a
Very
really good
good.
tier 5 for him. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Fits his team well.
yeah, and he
it's
doesn't need to
fine.
rely on it
Yeah.
as his fairy as well, so that's really good. Has Trick Room options with Starmie and with Starmie and Koff as the two setters, like, and some Pokemon that he has does abuse that in the right matchups, like Druddigon and stuff like that can actually be scary in Trick Room.
Yeah. And Hitmonchan with the rapid spin buff could
Yeah.
actually be
Yeah,
pretty
Hitmonchan, I
offensive.
think is a sleeper pick now. I think it got a
Yeah.
lot better this.
I still think Lee and Top are better, but I think Lee got really good actually with the spin buff, but it's for a later time.
Yeah.
I think the issues here is that he doesn't have a special attack over 100. And that I think is
Special attacker over 100?
he does not have a special
What's
attack stat over
Starmie?
100.
Starmie and Coco.
195.
Interesting.
And that I think might come back to hurt him if he
A little bit, yeah.
needs to break a wall specially. I think that's a bit of an issue because his best options for that are like Shaman getting the drop and setup.
I actually think his support for is only Glysaur, right? What else resist or Shaman, I guess
Shaman.
resist. Yeah. That's
So
not
fact could
terrible.
eat earthquakes if it's not from like a banded sab.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But Shaman's a good mon.
This team has very good hazard control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like 5 removers and they're all decent, at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like how he's got Glysaur and Druddigon for both.
And Wigglytuff. Doesn't Wigglytuff get rocked?
Yes, Wigglytuff and Failure.
I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
He's got Alolan Muck to absorb toxic spikes.
Yep, very good.
Don't think he has toxic spikes himself or regular.
No, he doesn't. I wish, man. I got mucked this season too. I wish.
But yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Any other points? Anyone?
I'm personally not a fan of Druddigon, but I've seen it do work. And with Sheer Force, it can hit hard. I think that's
it also has
it's an okay dragon.
Paralyze, everything.
That's
Yeah, Glare Stealth Rock's crazy. Cool. Plus, it's so bulky you can't really one shot it. You know what I mean? You're gonna take something.
Mm-hmm. I think Gliscor glues that team together really.
I like Gliscor.
Oh, you kind of have an issue with it. Gliscor deal with it.
Yeah.
Very well put together team.
Okay, and the final number one was Majora.
We all put this as number one.
Yeah.
And this is the one I agreed with you guys on out of the whole list.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I freaking love this core.
Hydreigon, God of War, Mega.
Yeah, I'm a huge Hydreigon and Mega Gardevoir fan. This is incredible. Plus, to add those two to Celesteela is like, what the hell?
And Hydreigon got a lot of buffs this gen.
Yeah, he still gets roost.
An amazing Pokemon, and they just gave it setup options.
Yes.
Dragon Dance and Nasty Plot in the same gen.
Yeah,
I know. Madman. What was Game Freak thinking?
But it's not just like the core that's really good. He's got
Yeah.
Nidoqueen.
He supported it very well
Yeah,
too.
he's
I
got
agree.
some good. He's got Rotom Mo, Araquanid, Miltank.
I think what like separates us from like the last 3 teams we looked at is like all 3 of the last 4 were good cores, but like I said, the support was okay. It was good.
Yeah.
This support is just really good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This team. This is I love it. Like I'm freaking
Yeah,
scared of playing them.
love the speed. Talonflame's great. Defog, you're on defensive. With Flame Body, you're on offensive.
Yeah. It's got fat.
There's so much versatility. He can set up with what? Hydreigon, Gardevoir, Talonflame.
Celesteela has
Miltank gets
power.
Curse. Yeah, Celesteela gets Cosmic Power. Like Rotom gets Nasty Power, right?
Yeah.
There's so much setup options.
Does he have? I think he has Trick Room too, so he can go Trick Room if he really needs to. Like
Yeah,
this.
He could with Girder,
Yeah,
yeah.
and with Araquanid. I mean.
Yeah, Araquanid can really hurt with that liquidation.
Yeah, he wins.
I'm
interested to see how they like gel, like how he plays the team, right? I don't know. You almost need to use Hydreigon Pivot to get in like Gardevoir to spam Hyper Voices or like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
he's
got Pivot with Rotom and Flame too. Like it's I don't know.
It's a
great.
lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of has everything.
Yeah. I think I'm looking for my weaknesses, and my weaknesses was a little rock weak. So stealth rocks are good if you can deny the removal, I guess.
But the rest of the hazards don't affect him too much. Because he has Levitate, 3 Levitate mons and 2 flying types. So Spikes, T-Spike, and Webs aren't that big.
Ground Spam won't work at all.
No.
Yeah.
I guess Zeb Striker could be a little redundant, but it's pretty fast.
That was really my only note.
Yeah.
I don't know why Zeb Striker's there.
Like speed.
Yeah.
I guess. But
isn't it immune to both electric and grass, depending
and
on
grass?
Sap Sipper and
that might. But then again, I don't think he's weak to grass, so I don't think that matters.
He's not weak to grass. And electric. I mean, Nidoqueen is very reliable. Immunity.
So Rotom too.
Rotom.
Yeah. I think
like he doesn't need an electric plus grass immunity because he has the electric grass Pokemon.
Yeah.
You're just making sure. His team is so good that he didn't have any weaknesses, so he had to get another Mon to cover.
Yeah.
The weakness he didn't have.
Okay, I think that's it. That's number one.
No, it's a great team. Majority did a great job drafting that.
Yeah, I think. Does anyone else have any comments before about this, like PRs that we haven't said before?
I'm glad I'm not in your division. You guys have fun with that.
Once again, I can see basically every team here doing well. Like, I don't think there's any completely unusable teams. Just teams that have more obvious weakness than one another. This is going to be a tough division, I feel.
Agreed. It'll be really fun to watch.
And there are some teams that I'm completely terrified of.
As you should be.
Yeah. That's like, goddamn, I love the I love the Darth Red Panda logo. But
yeah, sure.
All right, guys. Well,
yeah.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed the PR video. We'll catch you next time.